Hey there, it's Gina Kern. How are you doing? I feel like it has been forever since I've given you an update on the sunflower drawing. I do apologize for that, and I thank you so much for your patience and your continued interest in this drawing as I have spent the last several weeks wrapping up the school year. As you may know, I teach art at our local high school here, and so it's always a busy time of year to wrap up a semester and wind down a school year. And then I've also been working on getting the prints of the Guardian Thistle drawing out to the people who purchased that. So again, thank you so much for your patience. I am so excited to be on summer break and to be able to focus the majority of my attention on this large sunflower drawing. And I'm even more excited to share with you that I just finished the center of the sunflower. So fun, so exciting. So anyway, I thought I would give you just a closer look at it and then to fill you in on where we're headed next. So let me turn the camera around and I'll bring you in closer, okay? Just a second. Okay, guys, so let me back up here. Here is the center of the sunflower that I just finished layering color on. Now it's not completely done. There's still a couple of more steps yet to go, but the vast majority of the work is finished. All of the color layers I think are down. I might have to make a few adjustments as we take on the next steps together, but let me pull you in just a little bit closer and give you a close-up look. So this section right here is the one that I just finished working on, as well as these little bumpies up here, these little triangle shapes right there. Those are the ones that I just finished before I hopped on the video with you here. And what you're seeing, the little white flecks that you're seeing in these color fields right here, this is the remaining tooth of the watercolor paper that's showing through the colored pencil. So the next step is going to be to take some odorless mineral spirits and a paintbrush and use those odorless mineral spirits to melt the wax and these layers of pigments together. So the wax is going to dissolve and all of the layers of the multiple layers of colored pencil that are in there, so all of that pigment is going to blend together, finish filling in the tooth of the paper and give it a more painterly and more solid feel to it. Now this is a new technique for me because I've been using just a colorless blender that's a core of wax to push all those colors together. But I think the odorless mineral spirits is going to help my work go a little bit faster. And I'll talk to you about that here in just a second, a little bit more. But anyway, there's the sunflower. And here is just a reminder of kind of where we're headed. So this is the photo reference that I'm using. Sorry, let me move the camera so there's not so much of a glare, right? So this is the photo of the sunflowers that I took that were growing in my backyard, and then the Celtic cross that I've designed. And that's roughly the colors that we're going to head for as we complete this drawing together. So the drawing is turned sideways on my drawing table, so you're actually looking at it like this, okay? And this large open center right here is what I've been working on for so many months. So really excited to have all of the seeds done and the fuzzy part of the center that goes around those seeds finished, as well as the pollen, whatever those things are called. I don't really know, but anyway, artist, not botanist, I guess. So I don't really know what those are called. Forgive me, but I just call them the little pollen thingies. So anyway, really glad to have all of that done. And excited to take on this new step. So let me hop on the camera with you again here just a second. Hey there. So the next step, as I mentioned, I'm going to be using some odorless mineral spirits. So Gamsol odorless mineral spirits. Now this is a brand new technique that I've not done before on a finished drawing. I've done a little bit of practicing and playing with it a little bit. But my understanding is, and my experience is that, again, those odorless mineral spirits are going to dissolve the wax layers that are holding all of those pigments of colored pencil together. It's going to blend the pigments together and finish filling in the tooth of the paper. Now, my hope is, and rumor is, that this technique can help you speed up your artwork. So I'm really excited about the possibilities there, and I'm going to use it a little bit more along the lines of the recommendations that I found as I start working on the petals. And it will be kind of just a finishing touch, as it were, to the center of the sunflower that's right behind me here. So anyway, I'm getting in the weeds a little bit, aren't I? Sorry. So what I'm going to do in the next section of this video, as I'm working over the next couple of days, I'm going to bring you into the process with me, let you look over my shoulder as I try out this technique and use those odorless mineral spirits to blend these layers of color together and hopefully finish the center of this sunflower. So stay tuned. It's going to come up in the next section of this video for you, but for me, it's going to happen tomorrow and maybe the next day. So anyway, again, thank you for your patience, and do stay tuned here as we try out this technique together. All right, we'll see you in the next section. Hey everybody, it's Gina Kern back with you and ready to try this new technique with the Gamsol odorless mineral spirits that I mentioned in the first part of the video. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this, and I've got some in a little plastic cup, and right here, and then I'm going to take a really small brush, and wearing a cotton glove to protect the oils from my skin from getting into the paper and damaging the drawing. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on the brush and start melting some of these layers of colored pencil together and getting them to blend together, and dissolving the wax that's in there. So let me start the camera over my shoulder here real quick. And of course, I'm recording this whole process to put together into a time-lapse video for those people who want to purchase this drawing, and they'll get to see the whole creation process from start to finish. So, all right, gonna dab my brush into the odorless mineral spirits, wipe a little bit off on a paper towel so I don't get too much on here. And I guess let's try starting with this one here. So I'm a little nervous. First time I've done this on an actual drawing. And we'll see, it's supposed to kind of blend the pigment together and fill in the tooth of the paper a little bit here. So let me just play and we'll see what happens. It's like maybe need a little bit more. And let's see here. Okay, so starting to see the paper fill in a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring this up here and see what happens. Here we go. Looks like it's showing up a little bit better on that reddish brown part rather than the seeds, so that's kind of fun. Oh, this is going to be so much easier on my fingers. I tell you, using the colorless blender at the very end to push all of these layers of pigment together was really hard on my fingers because I had to use a lot of pressure. And so I could only do, you know, a small amount at a time. But this is, I like this. This is really good. And I think it's going to also eliminate what they refer to as wax bloom. So because I'm using colored pencils that are, you know, the pigment's held together with wax, they are a wax-based colored pencil. One of the side effects of that is if you push too hard or get too many layers, you can have the wax kind of bloom to the surface, and it makes the drawing look a little bit more cloudy. So I always have to kind of watch for that and make sure that I'm very careful to avoid it or figure out how to make it go away when it shows up. So this is going to be good, y'all. I'm liking this. Yay! So fun here. All right, a little bit more odorless mineral spirits. And I do want to be careful because if I get too much odorless mineral spirits on here, it can, you know, dissolve the pigment too much and lift off too much, and just we have a problem. But I think this is going to be cool, y'all. Very, very good. Yay, yay, yay. I do this spot here. I'm not sure if I got that one or not. It's looking like a little, yeah, a little bit of white tooth of the paper showing through. So this is good. So it's going to take a little time to get all of this filled in with the odorless mineral spirits. And then I'll need to evaluate and see if any of the colors or values need to be adjusted so it looks as realistic as possible. I'm going to start in the light area here and kind of work my way out. And then we get to move on to working on some petals, which that'll be really fun. I'm really excited about that. To get some more color going, some bright yellows and beautiful yellow oranges, and just start bringing this sunflower even more to life, and get to work on something other than browns. I've been working on browns for quite a while, but it's been really interesting to see too, just all of the different shades of browns that are found in the center of this sunflower. Some of them lean a little bit to the grayish side of things. Some of them have a little bit more kind of bluish purple tones. And then also the yellowish browns, as well as reddish orange browns and reddish browns. So it's really been interesting to study all of that and try to capture it all. But I am very much ready to move on to a different part of the flower and see how quickly we can finish this drawing and bring these sunflowers to life and preserve their beauty and their divine design just for forever in a piece of artwork. So I think that's part of why I love drawing flowers realistically is, you take these beautiful masterpieces that only last a few days, before the blooms and stuff fall off. And by, drawing them, I get to preserve that masterpiece for many, many years to come, where it would have only lasted, a few days otherwise. And yeah, you can take a photograph too and preserve them that way, but I don't know. I think there's just something special about drawing them and bringing out the intense, rich color with colored pencil and complementing them and combining them with Celtic crosses, which I think echo the divine design lying in their DNA. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's a really cool combination. And I'm really loving getting to do this. So I hope you all are enjoying the process. I'm going to continue on here, and I will kind of pause the video and start a new segment and speed it up for you. So we'll do a little time lapse from here on out so you don't have to sit here and watch this slow process. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy it and stay tuned. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you in the days ahead. So we'll talk to you soon, y'all. Bye-bye.